me why Jasmine didn't have any friends. And that she was so into herself. Lovely character study, by the way, you know, of this woman. And I was getting into what she was doing. I said, she's kind of, I didn't feel a sense of loneliness, but she was doing all these things for herself. Interesting. Thank you so much.
Oh, well, maybe I'll improve that so that it doesn't sound like she's totally friendly.
Well, yeah, well, that was my thought. I thought maybe at the end, that's why when you said a little, anyway, that's just me. Everybody, okay. I have to go put some money in the parking meter, which I kind of screwed up. Yeah, at the parking lot. Oh, I have to run. But we will do that after we'll have 2 more readers and then a break, and I'll do the thing, and then you can come back with the second story. And, you know, if that's what you like to do, we have till 9 o'clock. Marjorie, fellow actress, actor. You know what, I think we lost a bit of our history when we changed ourselves to actors. But I still like to call myself an actress. And you call yourself an actor, right? Or actress?
I guess so.
Yeah, a fellow actress and a story writer. Welcome. Come on down. You want to know this? Or can you? This is cool. I don't know.
Hello, everyone. So this story that I've written, the inspiration comes from my childhood. And I call it A Lot of Bull. He's dead, Papa has said, giving Molly's shoulder a gentle squeeze. Poor Billy. I know how much that animal meant to you. Molly had not cried then, but tears gathered in her eyes now that she was alone in her favorite quiet spot. She settled back against the trunk of a huge poplar and gazed at the creek that flowed so quickly before her eyes. Memories started to ripple through her mind, ripple like the current in that little creek. There was the first time she ever saw Billy. It was after school, and Molly watched a truck turning off the highway to their farm drive. I wonder who that could be, Papa said. He was smiling, and Molly guessed he already knew. Oh, Papa, it's a new bull. Molly had hopped excitedly from foot to foot as the auctioneer unloaded the beautiful brown animal. What'll we call him? Billy. Papa called all of their bulls Billy. It's simpler that way. What breed is he, Papa? He is fuzzy and brown all over. He's a Durham, Molly. He'll mix well with our Jersey cows. Molly stared into Billy's face and felt his big brown eyes melt her heart. She hugged her new favorite animal. Molly, you can pet and hug Billy, but I don't want you to play with his horns. He doesn't have horns now, but he soon will. Promise me, Molly. So Molly promised. Before long, she taught Billy to walk with her on a halter. Over the next few months, Billy grew into a big brute of an animal. Molly said to Billy, "You have a devilish sense of humor, Billy, but those eyes still melt my heart." Papa told Molly, "I am posting the property with beware of bull signs. I found a visitor sitting in an apple tree the other day. He said Billy had given him a terrible scare." "Billy's only curious," Molly said. "He doesn't have a mean thought in his head." One day Molly was walking across the field where the cows and horses were pasturing when she noticed that Billy was walking towards her. "I hope I make it to the fence before Billy makes it to me," Molly said to herself. She remembered that Papa always said, "Never run." but it is so hard with Billy getting closer to me than I am to the fence. Papa said, I was watching Billy stalk you. I think we'll remove Billy's horns so he can't hurt anyone. Papa asked the closest neighbor, Jim Holden, to help with the removal of Billy's horns. Molly could hardly watch as Billy bellowed his protest at what was happening. He tossed his head, showering everyone with his blood. The next day, over lunch, Molly said, Billy still has a sense of humor. He did the squeeze on Papa this morning. The squeeze was when Papa or Molly's big sister would walk between Billy and the cow to him in the cow stable. Billy would take one step over and squeeze the person between himself and the cow. Molly laughed. I saw a twinkle in Billy's eyes as he applied the pressure to Papa. Maybe he was thinking about when Papa removed his horns. Papa had to slap Billy a good one right in the snout to make him let him go. Molly poked her big sister in the ribs and said, remember when Billy pushed the cow you were milking and sent you off the stool into the cow manure? Right up to your elbows. The look on Billy's face was one of curiosity about why you would sit in a pile of manure, silly humans. Billy was a full-grown, mature bull with all the instincts of an adult bull. Papa said that darn bull finds a way to visit the neighbor's cows whenever he can. I don't know what I'm going to do about him. I don't mind him romancing his own cows, but he has a roving eye for the neighbor's cows. He has given away his services and I want to sell them. But Billy could become quite ugly when his opinions were challenged, as could Papa. Molly heard Papa calling, Martha, Molly, get in here. Billy's missing again. Where do you think he's gone, Papa? I think he's gone east this time. You and Martha go after him. Go on horseback for your own protection. Molly rode a dappled gray horse called Jessie. Martha rode a sturdy brown workhorse called Nellie. They both rode bareback. They headed east through the forested gullies with a small bubbling creek running merrily along the deepest point. Riding paths had been cleared through the area. Molly, there he is. They both looked, and sure enough, there was Billy grazing amongst the neighbors' cows. Molly and Martha separated Billy from the cows and started him on his way home. Martha said, looks like he is happy to be going home. Maybe, said Molly. As the trio reached the forested gully, Billy changed his mind. He broke the silence with a shrieking bellow. He wheeled with his tail high over his back. He launched into a full gallop, straight at Molly and her horse. Martha called, Molly, get out of the way. Molly kicked Jessie in the side, but she was frozen to the spot. Molly yelled, move, Jessie. Jessie stared straight ahead. Move, Jessie. He'll horn you if you don't move right now. The horse stayed rigid. Molly decided she would have to hit Billy with her bare foot right between the horn stubs. This was going to be a delicate procedure and needed precise timing. Billy came, Jessie froze, and Molly launched her bare foot attack. She screamed at Billy, with all the authority she could gather. "Get home, Billy." Much to Molly's surprise, and Martha's too, Billy turned and, letting out another long protesting bellow, headed full gallop into the forested gully with his tail over his back, twisting in the wind. Molly gave Jessie another kick in the side. "Move, Jessie." Jessie started to move slowly at first, like she was in a daze, then faster, but still like a horse in shock with one focus only. She was heading home down the trail with no time to waste. Molly saw the tree branch coming. She yelled, "Whoa, Jessie!" She pulled on the lines to the bridle. Jessie kept moving. She was on a mission to get home as fast as her legs would take her. As the horse passed under the tree, Molly grabbed the branch and dropped to the ground as gently as she could. She was about a 4-foot drop because Jessie was not a big horse. Molly shouted, "Darn you, Jessie, I could have hurt myself." The horse stopped on the trail and waited for her. Molly took Jessie's tail in hand and they started for home again. As soon as Molly found a log, she got back on Jessie's back, but not before she told that animal a thing or two about good manners. Papa and Martha both asked together, "Are you all right?" "Yes," Molly grumbled, "but Jessie is still nervous and jumpy." We decided that maybe a ring in Billy's nose will deter his rebellious nature. I'll ask Jim Holden when he can come to help. The operation was not bloody like the removal of the horns. It was not a large ring, but it was a sturdy ring. Billy could still eat and drink easily. Papa said the ring will make Billy easier to manage in difficult situations. The nose is a sensitive area. We'll be able to pull on the ring to lead him around. Bob Boyd